Today I did a lesson on comparing and contrasting. So to introduce the lesson, the provocative question was, how do you compare and contrast topics? So after they thought about that and answered that, there was a video to watch about comparing and contrasting topics. There's several on YouTube. I used the robot one. I forget the name of that. Oh, Brain Pop. So we watched the Brain Pop video where they compare and contrasted guitars, dolphins, a couple of stories. So after that, to do a hands-on activity, I let them get with a partner, and they did Venn diagrams, and they compared and contrasted each other. So after that, they were able to go back and look at the two stories that we were going to compare and contrast and do their own Venn diagram on those stories. So all of that scaffolding helped the class to be able to easily pull out what they wanted to compare and contrast and create really productive Venn diagrams. So my directions were to complete the Venn diagram first, and then a thesis statement, and then an outline. And I gave them 3 templates for thesis statements. There's a PDF out on Google for that template thesis statement templates for compare and contrast essays. But many of them were able to create their own thesis statement and didn't need that. But that was just an extra support in case someone did need it, or to help them think about how to create their own. So this lesson, I felt like I did really well because the pre-writing, meaning the Venn diagrams and the outlines and the thesis statements they produced, were very, very good. So even though it takes extra time to think about all the different learners, to think of a provocative question on the topic, to find videos, we even played Kahoot. We played a compare and contrast Kahoot game. And then to allow them to get with one another and be more hands-on and make it relate to them. How would they compare and contrast each other? All of that did take about an extra half an hour, but it was well worth it because then when it was time for them to write, they were able to do really strong pre-writing and have their head in the right place and be ready to produce some great writing. So this was the compare and contrast lesson that I did to prepare students to compare and contrast 2 articles that we have previously read earlier this semester.